All right. So let's take a look. This card has come up before. All right. So we have the generosity card. We have the Six of Pentacles, Sagittarius. And and then we have the Two of Swords. She has not come up this particular series. And you are my ninth one. 9 in numerology means the end. It will be my last one for today. Let's just say that doesn't mean the end. It means endings. So maybe, you're going through some endings, Sagittarius. Let's talk about this first. My eyes keep wanting to go over here, but I feel like we need to discuss this card. It is the card called generosity, giving to others, giving your time, giving your money. As you can see, he's dropping coins into this guy's hand. The pentacles, of course, are the earth signs. Can be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. It's about our money, our health. So maybe you're giving time to others. Maybe you're giving a lot to others. Maybe more than you're giving back that you feel like. I kind of still feel like you're in a good, we have a good sense of humor here. We're still happy. But I do feel like that this is you giving a lot. Now, the flip side of this card, I was going to say coin, it can be the same thing. The flip side of this card is giving to people who are not deserving of. I have another deck of cards where these two people are standing up and this person's giving. And one guy that's reaching out to receive has one hand out and the other arm behind his back, and his fingers are crossed like, oh, please, let me be the one. So, meaning that, of course, people need and want, but just kind of be careful of who you are giving your time, money to. Now, if this is you receiving, wow, well, then maybe a loan has come through, or you're getting financing for that car or house. Whatever it is, it feels like you're still crossed up here. You're still not seeing clearly what two pathways or obstacles are in your way. What is in your way, Sagittarius? What do you need to move through? I don't feel like this is a major hurdle. I feel like it's, this, and these are, I wouldn't even say hurdles. They are bumps in the road that you just need to see more clearly and move through in order to get to where your vision is going. And the sword signs are about our mental thoughts. So they represent the air signs, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. But when I see this card, I always look at this water. So it's very watery. So it's about emotions that come out of our mental thoughts. What makes you feel like you want to emote, but you just don't, you're just keeping it abreast. You're keeping it close to the vest. Let's just say that. And there's probably a good reason why. Again, if we're in retrograde, you might be not wanting to share everything right now. So let's see how the energies play out. The Five of Cups. Okay. So the Five of Cups represents a card to me where someone is looking at the past, what's gone wrong, who done me wrong song, where there's these wonderful two cups standing up saying, we're here, we're your blessings, and you're looking at what went wrong, who didn't treat you right, what maybe didn't move forward in the past that you really want to now. Remember to focus on the attitude of gratitude, because I really feel like that you have some, and it may be because of this retrograde time period. I don't want to elaborate too much on that, but it is kind of important that you are looking at the past some. It is a review time. Retrograde means review. And so if you're reviewing, then let's pull another card and let's see what comes out of this review. We just have to do that, don't we? Okay, what comes out of the review for Sagittarius? For Sagittarius, what comes out of the review? This top card. Wow, okay, another sword card. Okay, so you're reviewing how you may have felt bound and tied mentally in the past, and you don't want to do that again. It's like, I don't want to do that again. I enjoy the optimism of life. Enjoy the play of life. I don't want to go back to, maybe when Saturn was in your first house, So that's what I feel like you may be reviewing, but stay open, stay positive. I feel like there's more to come. I'm going to look at the bottom card. Okay, now the Five of Wands. Interesting. So the wands represent the fire signs. That would represent you, different opinions. Yep, I'm seeing a lot of separate hills. They're not really together, but now I don't want this to sound like a negative reading, Sagittarius. I kind of feel like everything is really okay. You're transforming like everybody else. This is more of a reading where it has the caution cards. Let's put it that way. In our life, some things are going good, some things are not. So this just happens to be with you all, the caution cards. And when I say caution, I also want to say Akashic Records. So some of y'all may want to look at your Akashic Records. And if you don't know what that is, look it up. It's sort of like the story of your, how do I want to say this, before you were born, your talents, abilities. I think it goes into past lives as well. I'm seeing Cupid in this particular crystal lit up, actually. So those of you who are in a relationship, I feel like it could feel more loving, or it does feel more loving, or maybe this is a time to be together and have a good time. If you're not in a relationship, then I do feel like there could be one that comes your way. Let's see what else for Sagittarius. Let's see if we can get a totem animal. I've been seeing a lot of birds, so birds have been okay, well, all right. There was an owl. I turned it in it rather quickly, and a big face of an owl showed up, so wisdom. What else does an owl mean to you? What is it? Just think about that, and look up owl and what it means to you. I feel like some of you are in a partnership or an organization where there's several people, but another person wants to join. I didn't mean to go over the owl that quickly, but I needed to say this. Could be a club organization, meetup, more of a club organization. I feel like this is more of like a really nice, like say you belong to a country club or to a particular group that's sort of a secret group, and it has its benefits. So someone else may be looking to get in. I don't know if you all will want them to or not. And the owl. Remember to look up the owl. Lots of green. So let's see, what does that mean? To me, it can mean either money or it can mean healing. I'm seeing it on both ends of the sphere. I feel like it's going to be one for some of you and one for the other of you, or both. You may be seeing more money, especially after Jupiter goes direct, or you may be healing. I kind of feel like this particular reading needs to unfold, right? So I encourage you to watch the next video and see how that plays out, because some of you have felt like you can't make decisions, you can't move forward, or you're reviewing. It might be you're reviewing how you have been stuck in the past and you don't want to go back there. And there's this one generosity card. He's the only one that feels like he's open and giving. The others are looking down, blindfolded. Not that you are, I'm just saying keep an open, positive mind. Okay, let's look at the numbers. We have 6, 7, 8, and 5 is 13. And 8 is what? 21? Is that right? 8 and 5 is 13, 14, 15. And 6 is 21. 2 and 1 is 3. So 3 is just about what I just said a minute ago. Keeping an open. 3 is positive. expressive, happiness, joy. If you're in a 3 numerological year, then this is a year for you to be happy and express yourself and possibly speak in front of other people, do classes, lectures, write, express yourself. Or if you're born on the 3rd, the 21st, the 12th, the 30th, then yes, it's definitely a time to feel the joy of life. And that's, I think, what these cards are saying is don't linger on this, but feel the joy of life. And I know the 3 in the major arcana is the Empress. I know it is. So yes, it is. The Empress card is the archetypal mother figure. And she can also be someone who gives birth to a baby. So that may be coming up, or birth to a project, a new opening, a new, it can be project, it can be job, it can be relocation. So giving birth to, let's see what else she has to say. Pregnancy, congratulations, of course. But in all aspects of life, just the giving the birth of. So I feel like not focusing so much on this, or if it does come up for review, looking at it as, okay, I've done this, I felt this way, closed off and tied up, where if I just turned around and didn't think that way, like here's the beautiful ocean here, and then here's a mansion or a castle, and then here's 2 cups, then I can see the positive side of life. This has come up several times too, the attitude of gratitude. I said that a minute ago. But I think it's what's going to keep a lot of us on the positive road. All right, so let's take a look at, okay. Well, these are fun little cards. I mean, the Judgment card is, a new proclamation, feeling a new rebirth. It's a major arcana card. It's number 20. Angel blowing her horn down at these people that are standing up saying, I'll take that. That feels good. So proclaiming newness, proclaiming what it is and who and how you want to change and what you want to change, Sagittarius. And this is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is a general reading. So if you want your own personal private reading, then look in the Show More section below and you can order a reading off of the link to my order page. And I like that the Fool card is facing this Judgment card, because there's almost like the Fool card, it's almost like a rebirth of joy, of happiness, of knowing there's a net below you. You can walk off of this cliff. This Fool card is the first of the major arcana, so that's interesting. You have both cards major arcana. And you're open to this newness, open to this rebirth, feeling like a child that's experiencing newness. And they're both all of these people are looking up to the sky. So what does the universe have in store for you? I would ask those questions. What does the universe have in store? How can you be, not that you're not playful, Sagittarius, because most of you are very playful, but how can you incorporate that or use that more to your benefit? Interesting. So the universe is wanting you to experience and notice what's going on. Especially these last 2 weeks of April. Let's see what the first 2 weeks of May look like. Well, you have some nice cards. The Page of Wands. This guy's come up a couple times in the reading, so I know it's sort of like a pattern. And this would probably be you, Sagittarius. It is a fire sign. Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. But I feel like it's you, and there's this new feeling. We have a little bit of a story going on. This new feeling, and it grants you your wishes, whatever you're moving towards. The 9 of Cups are happiness, joy, heartfelt optimism. And here the guy is. He's sort of like a genie, if I can talk today. I just came from outside, and there's pollen in the air. So anyway, I took a drink of water. I'll be fine. But you can see these 9 cups lined up. He's sitting in front of them. It's like, yeah, I'm going to get my wish. So whatever you've been wanting to happen for yourself, for your family, more joy in your life, just you may be creating a book. You may be writing a play. You may be doing something. You're doing something or some type of work that's making you very, very happy. Could be an actor, could be a playwright, you could be, you don't have to just be in the arts, you could be, or you're experiencing new opportunities around you. This feels like this is you. Once you get this inspiration, you're onto it. Sagittarius, you were just onto it, because this represents, like I said, that, and here goes this crystal keeps rolling towards me. And we have the tree trimmers outside. Don't you love it? I didn't know they were going to come this way. So sorry about that. So new inspiration. You're feeling like a child. Both of these represent younger people. So you're feeling hope and optimism and in writing and your expression of yourself. You're going to get whatever you want. Whatever you've wished for lately is going to come up and come true. I love that. A lot of optimistic cards. Okay, let's see what the energies are underneath. What's making you want to do this? Okay, well, the 10 of Wands, why not? Because this 10 of Wands has come up probably 4 or 5 times in the reading. So this too is a pattern. Okay, so you're ready to drop the heavy burdens and move towards a lighter place. So anything that's been like, it seemed like, oh gosh, I've got to do this paperwork. And of course, but it's more than that. It's just dropping the burdens of life so that you can move into a happier, more creative, joyful space. Dropping the burdens one by one, the rods one by one, because you can see it's a burden on his shoulder and he wants to move towards this beautiful little house here. And to do that, he's got to let go. So letting go of negative beliefs, letting go of menial jobs that you can hire someone to do, or you can do them in a more efficient way so that it won't take up as much of your time. That's part of the reason that all of this is coming up for you. I want to say coming up roses. I mean, it's sort of a magical reading, quite honestly. All right, so let's take a look in the crystal and see what the crystal has for Sagittarius. Hopefully they won't turn on the tree trimmers again. Let's see. Okay, so what is this? I don't know if any of you all are into, some of you, I hope you don't turn off the video when I say this, but like this is a crystal, right? Crystal skulls, they have a lot of meaning, and I'd like for those of you that have thought about them and the benefits they have, do some research, because they do have a lot of spiritual meaning. That's what a crystal skull came up in my sphere, in my crystal. Don't you love it? I've never seen that before. Yeah. Maybe you've been looking at them, or maybe you've purchased one. Very sacred. Okay, so what else do we have? Looking for anything that might... Yeah, so I see a body of water between, like a river, a very wide river. It sure is relaxing looking. It looks like the lake, to me, the lake in Oregon, I'm trying to remember the name of it, has just ink blue water, but that's what it reminds me of. So I feel like you all can take some time and just really go out in nature and refresh and rejuvenate your ideas. Let's see what else for Sagittarius. Let me see if there's any totem animals. What is this? Okay, this looks like a large fish. This would be like either a dolphin or, it could be a shark, but I'm just saying it's a rather large fish in the ocean, or mammal, I guess you could say. Okay, so, it might be that you're I talked about water earlier. You're into marine life, you're into water life, you're around water. Water makes you happy, fishing makes you happy, going to the ocean makes you happy. So, hopefully some of you are planning trips to be by the ocean because it's so soothing, so relaxing. Let's see what else comes up for Sagittarius. Anything else? Some rainbows. I feel like there's some either sacred land or you feel like it's sacred. Here we go with land again. It's coming up for a lot of you now. I know you're in a fire sign, but it might be that moving to a new location that makes you feel so comfortable, nourished, or going to, again, the lake or the ocean, something like that, because this particular visual had colors around it, like it's sparkling, it's magical for you, it's cleansing for you. Let me say it that way. So water might be an important part of your component coming up for the next couple of months, Sagittarius. This doesn't just mean for this month to month. This could be for the next 3 or 4 months. All right, so let's add up the numbers. We have 20, that's 0, 30, 31, and 9 is 40. That's come up a couple times. Well, 40 has to do with, deduce it to 4. 4 is about building a new foundation for yourself. 4 is about, when you build a house, you pour the cement, then you do the uprights and all of that. You build up to the roof. You don't put the roof on first. Otherwise, it will cave. Everything will cave in. So, without uprights. So, it just feels like you're rebirthing into a new play, a new delicious, yummy play. And you're the main star, the actor, the director, the producer, you're just the whole shebang. And whatever wish you've been wishing for is coming true for you. I love that for you all. And the 4 in the major arcana is the Emperor card. Now, the Emperor card represents a couple things to me. This is an archetypal father figure, boss, judge. It's the government, can be the IRS, but just an authoritative type of figure. Could be your father in spirit. It can also represent the sign of Capricorn. So, those of you all today is tax day here in the United States, so that could be one thing. Or maybe you filed an extension, and you still have to deal with it. You have several months to deal with it. But it could also be, like I said earlier, it could be that father in spirit or someone who felt like they were not a contemporary, not your age, but someone older than you. Okay, maybe a grandparent. And I feel like they may be with you. They may be supportive of you in the spirit world.